I have never met a Pyrenees puppy cuter than this one right here. No. It takes everything I have to keep from spoiling him plumb rotten. I do occasionally allow him in my bed. But right now, I'm not trying to do that. But I was eating some of them chips they call Takis. These were the newer ones. The dragon... Where are they at? Put it in a Ziploc baggie here. Let me see what brand what flavor they are, because these are a different. It's a new version, and he has sat here wanting some dragon sweet chili. I mean, they are so good, but when you stop eating one of them, they set your mouth completely on fire. Being as we're in this small little trailer like we are, and it's been getting as chilly as it has been, I've got the heater up in here, which takes up a little bit of room. And his sisters aren't in here right now because we've been having a flea problem that I've been trying to get sorted out and situated and everything. And he was my very first one. And his sisters also ran off the property and went behind the neighbors' houses and things like that when they weren't supposed to. And took them a minute or two to come back. And this one here, he was like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm going back to mama. That's my good baby. My good boo-boo. Love my baby. But he is so god doggone cute. After while I was eating them, he was wanting some of them. I told him they're hot. And he's eating the Takis. The Fuego Takis, and eating Fuego Taki after Fuego Taki after Fuego Taki. He likes the Takis that are Fuego style. But I didn't want to give up any of my dragon style ones. Also, where we're at right now, he has no access to water. Being as the door is closed tonight, it's not easy for him to get out to go get water. And I'd have to let him out to go get water, because I do not keep water for him in my trailer. And then I decided to eat some, well, they're in a bag right now, but some brownie bites. And he was wanting some of them even. But being as he is as good of a boy as he is, sit, good boy, I give him dog biscuits, which I just gave him one now. He is such a good boy. I love him to death. And if anybody knows of any really good flea and tick repellents, killers, please let me know. I have tried lemon juice. I've tried essential oils. I have tried the Seresto collars even. Put a brand new one on him over 48 hours ago, and it still isn't doing any good. My dog still has fleas out at his wazoo. Tonight, I washed him and took the longest time to give him a bath. I probably spent an hour giving him a bath and drowned most of the fleas that were on his body before I got done giving him a bath, and blasted them off with the thumb over the end of the hose, pressure wash type deal there. You know, that's the way I look at it, because it's like pressure washing him with your thumb, not using a pressure washer or whatever. But I use that to blast their dead bodies and everything off of him because they were not wanting to come off of him. Which makes sense because their little feet and legs have the little spiny claws and everything. And they catch onto the hair and they don't want to let go, even if they're dead. So, I gave him a bath earlier, washed him up real good. Took probably an hour, probably a full hour. I know it was at least a minimum of 30 minutes with him soaked up, lathered up, and everything with a flea and tick shampoo of some sort to rid him of the fleas that he had on him and everything. And then afterwards, I put lemon juice on him after I got done and everything. And I put some mane and tail conditioner on him to give his coat some liveliness, because I had just spent an hour washing him and his coat was so dry. I mean, I'm not even kidding. It was so dry. I had to put conditioner on him. And the best conditioner I had to put on him at the time was mane and tail conditioner. He's been doing a lot better tonight about the fleas. But as you see right there is a sign he still has fleas on him. And I put lemon juice on him that is known to kill and repel fleas. Yet, if it kills and repels fleas with as much lemon juice as I put on his body, there should not be any fleas on him at all. So, maybe Google's not always the smartest, and the internet's not the smartest as all. And some of the websites out there are saying, oh, we'll put this on the dog naturally and it'll help. There are certain things they have advised to use naturally, like cedar wood oil, which I'm allergic to. Peppermint oil, which I'm allergic to. So I can't exactly use those two objects because I'm allergic to them already. I did start to try to get some on him earlier of a spray that was meant for my horse that could be used on dogs that the KVC ladies had bought for me, or well, one of the KVC ladies had bought for me at one time for my horse and for my dogs type thing. But he refused to have it sprayed on him, and my allergies refused to let up enough to where I could actually spray it on him. I mean, the little bit that did get on him, as you just heard, I mean, some of it did get on him, and I got a little bit of allergy reactions going on there because of the cedarwood oil and peppermint oil in the concoction and everything. But I need some kind of good flea repellent killer for him. Otherwise, I gotta give him baths daily, and that may not even really get rid of the fleas totally and everything. And they still be on him, irritating him. And it bothers me that they're on him and irritating him and sucking his blood. I've been trying everything I can to get rid of them. I haven't put any garlics on him yet, which so far I haven't come across anything saying that garlic will get rid of them. But garlic will, in humans' blood system and everything, and on people, will repel mosquitoes. I do know that. And other insects. So maybe garlic powder on him might be a option to try, even though they don't say anything about it on the internet as being an option. I am needing to get rid of these fleas because it's killing me seeing this boy here in the predicament and situation that he is in, knowing that his two sisters are pretty much in the same predicament situation that they're in, or that he's in, because they're in the dog pen where he got them from, because a neighbor's dog had come down here and stayed inside of our dog pen for what I presume to be several hours, because he wasn't in there when we left, and several hours later when we got home, he was in there, and I had actually mistaken him for being one of my dogs when he went to run out, because I did not realize his little ass had made it into the dog pen with my other dogs and been able to get close to my female dog who was in heat at the moment in time. And their big dog keeps coming down here and circling the dog pen and causing my dogs, or puppies, whichever one you want to look at it as, to bark and raise 9 kinds of cane because there's a stray dog on our property and we don't want him here. And he needs to stay off of our property. And I have spoken to that gentleman so many times before. They should know when his dog is off the chain, get that SOB back on the chain and lock him up, whatever he needs to do to keep him from getting loose and coming down to my home and other people's homes, because I know and I have witnessed that dog causing other dogs to bark, and he just gets a thrill out of it. But when he comes down here and he meets my puppies, he runs for his dear life, because my puppies do not tolerate it, and they chase after him, and they are followed by me, a human being, telling him to get off the property, because we do not want him here on our property. We have nothing to do with his masters. We have nothing to do with him and his little side pooch that he has that snuck into my dog pen that day. And it would be greatly appreciated if the gentleman who lives approximately, about half a mile from my house, would keep his dog confined and contained to where he did not and does not come down here, pee all over the place, poop all over the place, and leave his fleas wherever he decides to leave his fleas. Not really where he needs to, because, all dogs need to leave their fleas somewhere, but they should not be coming down here to leave their fleas. Just because my middle name is Felice and people used to call me Flea when I was a child does not mean send their dog down here to leave their fleas down here, because I did not like it even then. I do not like it now, and I do not like fleas in any shape, way, or form. Yes, I am irate. Yes, I am irritated. I live in this little cargo trailer. And this is where I reside. This is where I spend my time when it's not too hot for me to spend my time. This is where I sleep. And I don't need any fleas up in here. And if somebody wants to say I'm a flea, well, I'm the only flea allowed up in here, and all the others need to get the fuck out. and to leave my dogs alone, and leave my canines alone, leave my felines alone, leave my animals alone, because the only flea allowed to bother them is me. No other flea is allowed to bother them but me, and if they ain't me, then they get the heck out of here. And if they trust their intuition and know their intuition, they are not me, and they will leave. If they know what's best for them, because if they stay, they are dead. I will kill them all, because there is one final draw that brings me to kill them all. I have not yet went and got that, but if I have to, I will, and I will treat the whole freaking yard as well. I will treat my animals, my dogs, and if the cats need it too, and the kittens need it too, then I'll treat them as well too. And I'll treat the property as needed to get rid of the fleas. Because there's only one thing I've ever come to know that actually will get rid of all fleas, and it's Malathon. It's the only one that's ever worked for me to get rid of fleas. I left my apartment for a month and came back to it being infested with fleas. Did not understand how there was any fleas in my apartment when there was no dogs or animals in my apartment to have fleas, and there was no flea issue or problem before I left. But my apartment was unlocked and was accessible to other people. And I feel and believe that people were in my apartment while I was gone with animals who had fleas and left them there for me, for when I returned. I'm going to be the better person and not wish ill upon them. I have morals, and I want to fix everyone in this flippin' world, even if they don't want to be. But, as I said again, if anybody knows of a wonderful, affordable dog flea and tick repellent, let me know. Because I am a poor person, and somebody told me tonight about a flea tick repellent for her 3 dogs that she had that were little dogs, and it was $600 for 3 months worth. I cannot afford that. I cannot afford 3 months of flea and tick repellent being $600 flippin' dollars. If anybody can find or come across or knows of any flea and tick repellent for 3 months that's less than $600 or several $100s, please let me know. I love my Great Pyrenees puppies. I do. I love them. I love them so much. And it kills me to see them being eaten up and scratching and everything because of the freaking fleas. And the Seresto collars. Yes, Seresto collars. $30 a piece. Collars that are supposed to last 8 months haven't done anything for them to repel any fleas. Maybe they repel ticks, but they don't repel fleas, because this boy here has fleas, and his 2 sisters have fleas, and his 2 sisters have collars on that have only been on them for 4 months. And he's got a collar on that hasn't even been on him for 3 days yet. Oh, wait. It's only been on him for 3 days. But he had a collar on him that had been on him for the same amount of time that his sister's collars had been on him. And I only put it on him because I thought, well, maybe because he's been washed so many times, because he's gotten in the pond and gotten dirty and everything, that maybe all the potent flea killing insecticides have been washed off. So I put that brand new collar on him that had been sitting there for several months. But it hasn't done any good. He still had just as many fleas the next day as he did the day before. And today was day number 3.